Do you currently own real estate or thinking about buying real estate? Hey everybody, it's Ronnie here at my FSG home, the Northville office. I wanted to take a minute to use this educational moment to talk about making sure and things to consider when getting your real estate into the hands of your loved ones and protecting it. There are really three simple ways to do that. The first is how you title the asset. The second is estate planning, and the third is a quitclaim deed. So I wanted to take a minute to talk a little bit about each of those things. The first is how do you title the asset? The main issue to consider, which is the most important thing, is that what makes real estate, whether it's a primary home or a rental property, a difficult asset to deal with is you cannot beneficiary designate that asset, and that creates a lot of issues. So these are the three ways you handle it. The first is how you title the asset. There are two ways to do that. Tenants in common, also referred to as TICs, or joint ownership with rights to survivorship. When you are a tenant in common, and typically you find this with people that are unrelated or not family, and you buy as a partner into a real estate transaction, if you die, your partner would not inherit your 50%. That ultimately your family or loved ones that you designate would inherit the 50% of the equity that you own in that property. That's tenants in common. Joint ownership with rights to survivorship would be more like a husband and wife, where if the husband dies, the wife would inherit all of his ownership because that's how typically you would want it to have happen. So those are the two ways that you can title assets to transfer equity and interest from that investment to the person that you're wanting to have that equity. The second is estate planning, and there are really two ways to do this. You can incorporate it into a trust and have a trust own that asset, or you can do what's called a ladybird deed, which is a little bit of kind of a mini trust, as I refer to it, that is really designated and designed to handle real estate and real estate only as far as trusts are concerned with an asset. So a ladybird deed may make some sense if you don't have a lot of other assets and just own a home and maybe are making Social Security as part of your income. That's a good fit. The last and final is a quitclaim deed. A quitclaim deed is a document, which you can see on the screen now, that provides you an ability to execute a document that when you die, that money will transfer over to the person that you want it to. So it's really important. It's a question that comes up often in our meetings. It's important to know that whoever you're working with has the capacity and competency to not only help you with your investments, but also help you with things like real estate, because for most people, that tends to be some of their biggest investments. So as always, we're here to help. Until next time, take care.